This week on Days of Our Steelers, the Steelers release veteran guard David Decastro and sign Trey Turner, who I made a video about claiming that he worked out with the Steelers. Overall, I feel like this is an okay move. I'm not super upset with it, except this is a sad way to see a two-time All-Pro right guard leave your team. I mean, he was there during the Le'Veon Bell saga with the Diva. He was there during the Antonio Brown saga, and Ben just being an idiot. But I personally if I were the Steelers, I would have signed David Decastro for a year and signed Trey Turner to a veteran minimum, which is what they did. They would have had enough money to do that, and I just don't understand why they made this move to cut Decastro after free agency had ended, because they're below the salary cap. They didn't need to release him, and they did save $8.75 million by releasing him in cap space, which you can never go wrong by freeing up more cap space for this year and the years to come. But I would have kept Decastro for a year, even though he's aging and on the decline, and I would have used him to mentor our third-round draft pick in Green, because I feel like he's not a first or second round lineman. Third round is still good value. He could still be a good player, but I don't think he can make an immediate impact, and I feel like it would be well to flip Decastro to the other side of Trey Turner and then have Green learn from behind him for at least half the season, if not the full season, and then depart ways with Decastro more formally instead of just releasing him. Now, Decastro, you could tell his love for the game has been decreasing, especially this year. Since there was no fans, you could tell it really took a toll on his career. But overall, I feel like this isn't a terrible move, but if I was Steelers, I would have done things differently, as I had just proved to you. And in other news, the Steelers are not allowed to hold their training camp in Latrobe. Meanwhile, the Cowboys and all of these other teams can hold their training camp on these college campuses and away from their stadium, except the Steelers aren't allowed to, which I can't help but think is a double standard by Roger Goodell and the NFL. But anyways, I feel sad, because my entire childhood of watching this Pittsburgh Steelers team has just diminished, other than Ben Roethlisberger, but he basically has, along with his right arm and shoulder. So, what do I have left? Well, I have Cameron Hayward and Stephon Tuitt, and that is about it. Vince Williams as well. The rest of the players that were on the team a few years ago, they're gone. I mean, you have Ben, obviously, like I said. But, I mean, that's it. I mean, I grew up watching the Steelers play Tom Brady, and that Tom Brady would constantly stop them and just be in their way from being a dynasty or just making a Super Bowl. And it just absolutely destroyed me and ruined me. And I loved that team with all my heart, and I still love the Steelers with all my heart. But the players on that team were so special. And we have Chris Boswell as well. We have him still on the team. But I'm just very disappointed in the way these past couple of years have gone for Pittsburgh, because they had a lot of star power, and they have made up for some of the loss of offensive star power for defensive star power in Minkah Fitzpatrick. But I really am just, it hits hard. But it doesn't matter what I personally think. I feel like this was an okay move, except it could have been done more formally, and I would have executed it slightly differently to keep Decastro for another year. And I understand he was injured, but he could even learn mentally. Green can even learn mentally from Decastro if you just kept him on the team. And maybe he'll be back in a few years as a line coach, because I don't know who's going to be blocking for Najee Harris other than Green, who, like I said, I don't think he'll make an immediate impact, and then Trey Turner. And then you have Okafor and Zach Banner, and Banner is injury prone, and Okafor is still getting started, and Banner is just overall a decent at best lineman. So I don't want Najee Harris to die, unfortunately, and I hope I don't have to make an episode about his injury this year, because I really don't hope anyone on this team gets injured, but the odds of that happening are slim to none. But especially a rookie running back in Najee Harris. So let me know what you guys think, in the comments below. Do you think the Steelers made a good move, a bad move, or an okay move? I would say barely, just by the skin of their teeth, okay, just because they signed Trey Turner, which I'm very excited about, and thank you guys. That video has over 500 views. I never expected that to get that many views, but I'm never going to underestimate you guys again. And just like me crying myself to sleep over what could have been, so are the days of our Steelers.